Hello everyone, welcome to your Tuesday. I'm here with Dr. Murphy, and today we're switching it up. We're not talking trash, we're doc talking.
I like doc talks.
I like doc talks too. I think a lot of people get some good info from you. You have a moment to just open up your brain, share your knowledge, and just have a long talk about something. Or a short talk, however long it goes.
Let's roll.
Let's roll. Okay, so I found an article that was published only yesterday, and it was a study out of Harvard Medical School. They said that brain activity, Harvard has a role in human aging and longevity. It says for the first time, scientists have shown that brain activity has a significant influence on human lifespan. In this new study, they demonstrate how neural activity is higher in individuals with shorter lifespans and lower in those who live longer lives. Have you seen this yet? It seems backwards, doesn't it?
Kind of.
Okay.
But I know where this is going.
They said they found a distinct signature of the human longevity in the genes of the brain's cerebral cortex. The signature they found is a pattern of gene expression that is characterized by downregulation of genes related to neural excitation and synaptic function. This is what the authors said. They said it has to do with the amount of signaling in the form of electrical currents and other transmitters that is going on in the brain. Too much neural activity or excessive excitation can present in various ways. Let me flip my page. Such as, sir, muscle twitch or mood change. Have you heard of this yet? Is any of this ringing a bell? Do you kind of know where it's going? Do you want me to read more?
No, yeah, kind of, but I know where it's going.
It said that they performed cellular, genetic, and molecular experiments in worms, of all things. They also analyzed mice with altered genes and examined brain tissue from people who were more than 100 years old when they died. And it said that these tests revealed that not only altering neural activity can influence lifespan, but they also gave clues on the molecular processes that might be involved. Does any of that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Can you break it down for us pegans?
Rostel, peak and died.
Yes.
Brain activity, I like the study because I think it's insightful. But, all right, so you got a great squash, but you're in a wheelchair, can't walk, got a couple broken hips, your body's deteriorating. What's the point?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm ready to check out at that point.
So basically you're saying your brain could really be in pretty good shape, but then your body overall is still going to age how it ages.
More common than not, your brain is not in good shape, but your body is.
Okay.
And and I understand what they're saying is to use the pathways you have and don't overstimulate the brain, but keep it useful. That would be similar to somebody that's probably 85 years old. I don't want you to go lift weights. I want you to go for a fast walk or jogging in between. Take the muscles out for a little bit of run, but you don't have to go crazy and climb Mount Everest, okay? Because you're going to overdo it, and it's going to take too long to repair the damage you've done. And I think that's what they're talking about. Your brain actually stops growing after about 18, 20 years of age. You're not making any new brain cells. You're not making any new connections. Well, you kind of do, but they're not like what we've done in our childhood.
Yeah.
But it's good to keep those connections going, but don't try to make new connections as your brain starts scrambling, trying to find different ways to think, and you can't. At my age, I will never be a concert pianist. I can read music, I can play a few instruments, I can't play a piano. I will never be a concert pianist. You have to be a concert pianist when you learn a piano when you're young, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
Let your fingers float the keys. I can't do it. It's impossible for me to do this. And it's my brain pathways are not trained, and I can't make them that way.
Well, and do you remember that study we talked about a while back where they researched nuns. They studied nuns. It was a research study about nuns that read all the time.
Yeah, almost no incidence of Alzheimer's.
So
no dementia.
And it wasn't necessarily how you basically talked about, I don't know if you want to compare it to, and I may be butchering this, a fuse box with some fuses out, but they were able to grow new fuses. So a lot of them are all burnt out, but then there's several new ones.
Slowly and gently.
Yeah. Does that make any sense with what we're talking about here?
Everything you've said about this article, I get. And that makes sense to me.
They said, okay, so the molecular influences of longevity, they said that, they said that they've known for some time that the neural activity affects the range of conditions, including epilepsy and dementia. However, some animal studies have pointed to an effect on aging. It was not clear until now whether this influence might also extend to humans. Signaling by the hormones insulin and insulin-like growth factor, IGF, are already well known as molecular influences of longevity. Scientists also believe that this is the same signaling pathway that caloric restriction works through. Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
I don't like mice studies. Yeah. I don't like taking mice
and worms.
And worms. Okay, so mice and worms. Yeah. But there is a couple of them out there that I actually kind of like. It's kind of like we talk about mice and water. It's like, the mice was given 4 times the amount of water a human drinks in a day, and it was had detrimental effects.
And then it drowned.
Yeah, right. Well, if the human drank 4 times as much water a day, we'd drown too. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But they did this crazy study. They gave mice a borderline starvation diet. I mean, borderline. So they weren't really starving, but they were limiting their food source. They lived twice as long as all other mice. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was real interesting. So I like those. Yeah.
Okay, then this is the last I'm going to hit you with. They talk about rest when we're talking about suppressing neural activity. It says that in previous work of this Dr. Yankner and his team, they were able to show that rest helps protect the brain from stressful effects that damage nerve cells. That was also something that we talked about when we talked about dementia and Alzheimer's.
I think anybody that's my age understands that for a hard day of work on a farm or physical labor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes us a couple of days to recover.
And your brain's busy while you're sleeping.
It is. And I think your brain's the same way with something like that. Mm-hmm. So, no, I get it. And the older we get, the more rest we need.
Yeah.
Just to keep functioning at the level we're supposed to be.
Well, and I think in that way, and maybe I'm missing the point here. Maybe there's some more here that I haven't shared with you. But I think the big thing, too, is I feel like, is this really new information?
No, I think it's just explaining what's already been known.
They're just maybe explaining it a little deeper. Mm-hmm. And maybe there was a few things that they talked about. Brain activity has a significant influence.
Yeah, when it comes to longevity, the one word I like is centromeres.
What?
Centromeres.
Centromeres? What?
Number of centromeres on your DNA.
Oh.
That determines your life. I think it's interesting because you look at mammals like a tortoise, giant tortoise, lives to be 130 years old. Look at a macaw, one of those big birds, about 3 foot tall. They don't reach sexual maturity until they're 30 years old, and they live to be 130?
Yeah.
They're generation birds. They pass from generation to generation. I mean, if I bought a macaw now and I put it in my will, hey, Michelle, you ain't going to dime till you take care of my bird till it dies. Okay, well, it's not going to be you. It's going to be not your children. It's going to be your great-grandchildren. My great-grandchildren are going to be taking care of this bird. But it's the centromeres that determines life expectancy overall. That's what they've determined.
I've never even heard
that's pretty cool,
centromeres in my life before.
Yeah, centromeres. It's a part
Maybe
of
we should talk about that sometime.
Well, you have to look it up. I mean, it's really interesting. It's genetics. I mean, it's about the body and transmission of DNA, how cells repair themselves. But it's the length of the centromeres, how many centromeres you have. Kind of determines,
Is there any way for a person to, if you were to get a DNA test, to know how many centromeres you have?
Well, I think you could, but, I mean, all right, so I got 600 of them. I died in a car wreck. Okay, well, that didn't work out very well for
me. Yeah, you got on the vegan diet.
Yeah, I got on the vegan diet, had a hypoglycemic episode, died on the highway. All right, so that didn't work out. But overall, to look at, mammals that you wouldn't think a bird can live to be 130 years old.
I mean, that's wild.
And you look at some of these.
And they may not even live that long if we keep ripping them out of the rainforest.
Well, there's primitive sharks that live at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
And they're really old. Yeah. They're 500-600 years old. They live.
They've seen some stuff.
They've been around since a long time,
Yeah.
60 million years, and they're very primitive looking. But I think it'd be interesting to study that species and find out why
Do
you
you
guys
ever
live in
wish-
500-600 years.
You ever wish? Ooh, I'd like to take some of their blood, like they do those. What are those little crabs? Horseshoe crabs. They take their blood and they use it in all sorts of stuff.
I don't know.
There's something specific they use it for. But that's for another topic another day. Do you ever wish? That
No,
you
I wish
could-
you don't do that. Tom.
Do you ever wish that you would have just been like a practice research medicine instead of what you're doing right now?
Yeah, because I love interesting
It's
stuff.
real interesting. Yeah. Yeah. And just really dive deep and figure out whatever it is you want to.
Yeah, God forbid I live 500 years.
Yeah, that would be rough.
I'll live 500 years.
Yeah. We'll be doing these videos
I'll
forever.
off myself.
Our-
I'm gonna go on a pegan diet and go out on the highway.
Yeah, just go step out. Go out there. All right. Well, I just thought that was kind of interesting. I like talking about the brain. I think it's interesting.
Well, it's nice to talk about stuff you don't have.
It's because I've been on this vegan diet, and it's like restricting my nutrition in my brain.
It's doing something.
I get no rest. All
Is
right.
that what it is?
That's
Okay.
what it is.
Okay.
I'm getting
case
zero
cracking.
rest.
Call me Sherlock.
All right. Thanks for watching. And if you didn't like this video, that's fine. Give us a topic.
Yeah, don't like it.
Shoot some ideas at us then. Fine. All right. Well, we will see you then on Friday for Free Advice Friday. Have a great week, and we will see you soon.